Welcome, angels. Thanks for joining me. I am coming at you from New York City. I'm in my hotel room and I am about to get ready. Now, I was supposed to get a little bit of touch-up work on my bodysuit today. Totally not happening because my tattoo artist is feeling under the weather. But his loss, your gain, that means I get to spend extra time with you and I am so pumped about it. So today we are going to be diving into sugar crystals. This isn't the first time I've used this palette, but I'm trying to get more use out of my palettes. I'm trying to show more versatility rather than hop from product to product, despite the fact that I have like 15 palettes waiting for my attention and my time. We are hopefully going to get to some of those during the Christmas break when I have a little extra time off. But until then, totally going to hit up sugar crystals, and that's so appropriate for the holiday season because this palette from Violet Voss contains lots of shimmers and they are absolutely beautiful, and I think you're going to really like it. I want to let you know that I am 49. I have combination skin, uneven tone, uneven texture, facial scarring, and eczema, in case you haven't been here before. And if you haven't, please consider helping a lady out. Like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know your thoughts, or if there's anything specific you'd like to see from me, I would love to help you out. Now, I am using the light from a very large picture window, so if my lighting is not quite as on point as in the studio, I hope you'll forgive me and you will stay with me anyway. My canvas is prepped. I have moisturizer. I have Bobbi Brown Long Wear Foundation on in the color Ivory. I have just a touch of Swish and Pop from Charlotte Tilbury in the color Love is the Drug. My brows have been done with all Anastasia of Beverly Hills products, including the Brow Wiz, the soft dual powder in medium brown, and of course, I also have Dip Brow, medium brown, because I am a huge fan of ABH in terms of their brow products, and I can totally see using those for the rest of my life. They are just amazing. For me, totally the holy grail. So today I wanted to do a fantasy look, and this is definitely going to be a bright look, so this is not the video for you. If you're going for everyday neutral glam, check out one of my other videos for that. Also, because I'm traveling, I don't have my full makeup set up. I literally had about, I don't know, 5 minutes to pack. Because I was only essentially going overnight. I didn't pack a lot. In fact, I only have one brush, my short shader E20, and everything's got to be done with that, which, as you know, can totally happen. So we are going to start out with Jelly Bean, which is a deep purple color. Tap, tap, tap the Jelly Bean. And I'm going to start really high with the Jelly Bean. Now, because I suffer from just a tiny tad of facial scarring, I do have to work much harder to blend my makeup because my eyes, although they're sisters, they're totally not twins, and I have quite a lot of profound scarring on my left side. So I hope that you'll forgive me if the blending isn't quite as even, because I have about a half long gash that formed a concave scar. And my very first word in the world was food, and there is a reason for that. Ladies, I do love to eat. I am definitely not trying to be anything but the plus size girl that my genetics seem to prefer. And I've gone up and down in my weight over the years, and I am definitely on the chubby bunny list at the moment. And my clothing sizes range anywhere from a 12 to a 22. It just depends on whether the fashions are high-end designer, which tends to run very small, or if they are more low-end budget clothing, which tends to run very large. So I am transitioning over into Bubblegum, which is a bright pink color, what I would refer to as Barbie pink, just a very, very hot pink. the one thing I would say about bubble gum, just to let you know, bubble gum for sure stains the skin. So you're going to have an extra tough time getting rid of bubble gum, just to let you know. And I'm taking this inner line all the way up and actually fading it into the brow. Now, I used to be a neutral girl. Like, I never really strayed from the neutral side of things, and I had a rocky introduction to the makeup world. You may know that pretty much everybody that was close to me thinks it's vanity and it's unnecessary, and I've even had people suggest that my interest in makeup is self-hatred. So yeah, I had a hard time giving myself permission to look the way I wanted to look and to do the things I wanted to do. So I'm actually taking this eyeshadow much farther onto my nose than I would normally, and you will see why at the end, but that is purposeful. Now my edges are really, really choppy, but we are going to fix that, like I said, at the end. Now we're going to take one of my favorite shades, Limeade, which is a mint kind of frost color. That is surprisingly opaque. And I'm going from the inner corner of my lower lid I'm going into Mint Choco in the center, on top of my Limeade. I'm just kind of feathering that Mint Choco in. And I would say the Mint Choco is kind of like a, I don't know, like a turquoisey green color. And that's because I don't have a neutral shadow with me, and I'm going to clean up the choppiness at the edges on the top and preserve some of that beautiful negative space that I love so much under the brow. And I'm taking my Laura Mercier and dragging it down to soften the choppy edge. And also to drag it out very far because I'm just winging it out today, and I feel like that's appropriate. Wingdings, wingdings, it's happening. So again, just packing that and then dragging it down with short, relatively firm strokes. And I could certainly do this with a neutral shadow if I had it with me, but like I said, I had about 5 minutes to pack. And I knew, you know, I think that makeup is one of those things where you can make it work. You can just make it work if you're willing to spend a little extra time. So this is one of the things I was telling you about before. I pulled my pink over onto my nose, pretty far, and I'm softening that up with my Mercier, and that is actually going to make the transition onto my nose a lot softer through here, but still giving that side punch, which I sometimes enjoy. And since this is kind of a retros 80 feel, that was something I wanted to do. All right, using my fingers because that brush is thoroughly whited out, I'm taking just a little bit of my sugar crystals and packing it right there, only right there. And that's kind of in line with the mint choco underneath. And I'm just creating an iridescent line through the middle of the shadow by doing that. So it's really important you don't go too far over, because then you'll miss kind of the highlight line that you're artificially creating. And last but not least, mixing my sugar crystals and a little bit of that Mercier. I'm just doing the inner corner. The sugar crystals is by far my favorite pan out of this particular palette. And by adding just a little bit of that sugar crystals in front of the bubble gum, I am creating a little bit of a transitional spot, but it also opens up my eyes because you're having the contrast from the darker pink into the lighter of the sugar crystals. Look at that, pretty. This particular look, it's so reminiscent of what I would think of as butterfly wings. There's just a lot of soft, pretty, iridescent colors. There's some diachromatic sparkle and some pop. So I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia of Beverly Hills liquid liner in black. So I popped on some Charlotte Tilbury full fat lashes and finished out my eyeliner, and now we are gonna break into this mega liquid catsuit matte lipstick. Oh my dolly. Yes, ma'am, we are doing it. Right after we figure out how to get the plastic off. OMG, I love this color. This is my favorite hot pink lipstick ever. It's pinkerific. It is pinktastic. It is pink me over the moon. It's color me pink. It is so over the top in the pink. Love it, I love it. Yes, girlfriend, yes. This is so amazing. I absolutely love it. I love it. So even though my tattoo appointment got canceled, which is a thumbs down, I hope you'll give this a thumbs up. Like, comment, share, hit the bell for notifications. Join me next time. And hey, as always, my angels, thank you for spending your day with me. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Ciao.